Their victory over Herbert Hoover in game number 1. The teams and the lineups to follow right after these messages. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School Girls State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
At Tudor's Biscuit World, we use the freshest ingredients in our made-from-scratch biscuits. The Biscuit and Gravy Platter. Hot and fresh biscuits, made from scratch gravy. Now that's a meal, served all day long, and only available at Tudor's Biscuit World.
Geno's introduces the Big Cheese, our supersized pizza piled high with extra cheese for only $9.99. A blend of 3 different cheeses, mozzarella, parmesan, and provolone. Try Geno's Big Cheese Pizza for only $9.99.
Boy, getting older is pretty stressful. Am I right, girls?
No kidding, Sandy. It seems like every morning I see a new driveway crack.
My deck sure isn't as level as it used to be.
You've got to keep up appearances, though, right?
You got that right.
It's time to stop worrying about your concrete problems. Give us a call today and rest easy tonight.
And we welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia, Little Creek Park at the Rock Field A Class AA Championship Bracket featuring the Sissonville Indians 20-4 with a victory over Herbert Hoover in game number 1, and the Oak Glen Golden Bears a victory over Independence in game number 2. And we are underway in the championship round. The winner advancing to the title series. The loser of this game will drop into the consolation bracket and face off tomorrow morning against the 3-time defending champion Huskies of Herbert Hoover, who eliminated Independence in the last contest just a minute ago, finishing up a 9-1 6-inning victory for the Huskies. In the top of the first inning, Oak Glen, the visiting team on the scoreboard here. Sydney Brown leading it off, the center fielder, followed by the pitcher Lizzie Kell, and then the shortstop Maddie McKay. Hitters 1, 2, and 3 for the Golden Bears. Pitch popped up in foul territory, and the play made right against the back fence by the catcher Autumn Bailey to earn a big strike or a big out to begin the ball game. Sydney Brown was 1 for 1 with a triple in that victory in game 1. So already some very good defense for Sissonville. Defeated the Huskies 7-3 in the first game, wrapped 11 hits in that contest. And the pitcher of record once again is Madison Legg, the junior, a 2019 second-team All-State selection as a freshman. Now 20-4 on the pitcher circle, a 1.41 ERA, and 146 1/3 innings of work, 182 strikeouts, just 29 walks on the season for the junior. She also added a solo home run in that first contest victory. 1-1 to Kell, who was the center fielder for the Golden Bears. She'll take the pitching circle start here today. This one jamming Kell, but the infield playing in on the green part of the turf, and Kell able to find the hole in the defense And immediately the Golden Bears with a base hit. These two teams have not faced off against each other this year. Oak Glen with 26 straight wins to begin the season before losing in the regional opener to Kaiser. They came right back and defeated the Golden Tornado, though, en route to a 28-1 season under head coach Sherry Garner in her 4th year at the helm. Maddie McKay, who was dominant in the pitcher's circle in game 1, had a no-hitter into the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 out, gave up just 1 hit in the 1-hit shutout victory over Independence. 0-1 the count. McKay also 1 for 2 with an RBI double in that first game. McKay now the shortstop. Set the defense for the Indians. Leg the pitcher, Autumn Bailey the catcher, Gracelyn Hill at first, Emma Mead at second, Allie Soblet at short, Kaya Hampton at third, Kinsey Raines out in left. Here's one poked into shallow shortstop area, and again, we had mentioned in the game previous to this one, as the sun is setting here at this complex, Field A, the sun will be directly into the faces of the entirety of the left side of this field. The shortstop and third baseman struggling, the left fielder really having to struggle. But as you see, some shadows starting to fall. It'll be just a little bit of time before the infield at least is covered by shade. But it's going to be quite a while before the outfielders will find some rest. But finishing off the Sissonville outfield, Kinsey Raines in left, Taylor Oxley in center, Abigail Bailey over in right. McKay reached on that fielder's choice on the force out to get Kell at second. So 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. And Sarah Brown, the cleanup hitter, the catcher, 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs in that first game victory. Also a triple to add to her total, and she will golf one over the third baseman's head. Hampton didn't even have a chance at that one. And the Golden Bears picking up right where they left off in their first game victory. Now with a pair of base hits here in the top of the first inning. Sissonville still managing to keep the Golden Bears off of the board. Oak Glen scores a lot of runs, 8.8 per game. They give up just 1.6. Their defense has been dominant, so why they are 28-1. Olivia Munoz, the third baseman. She was 0 for 4 in that first contest, so she looking for her first hit of the state tournament. Runners at first, second, with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Leg got the victory over Herbert Hoover, 7-3. 1-1 the count to Munoz. Munoz, the third baseman, ended the ball game in that 5-0 victory over Independence with a tremendous double play. And a 1-1 count. Leg rocks and fires. This one a swinging bunt down the line at third. Going to take a great play by the third baseman, Hampton. And Hampton unable to get Munoz as the swinging bunt single trickling down the line at third. Munoz quickly down the line at first and just beats the throw. Third base hit of the inning for the Golden Bears, and they've got a threat brewing with 2 outs and the bases loaded for Michaela Zoller. The left fielder 2 for 3 with a pair of singles in the Independence victory. Battle in the championship bracket, so regardless of the outcome of this game, both these teams will be playing tomorrow. But as anyone would know, it's a whole lot better if you win this one and move to the championship bracket, because whoever comes out of the consolation will have to beat you twice tomorrow. The odds are in your favor at that point. 1-1 the count to Zoller, bases loaded. Leg now missing low on that pitch. Leg did not walk a batter against Herbert Hoover in that victory. Two one pitch, swing and a miss, and the count even at 2-2. Field to our left, field B up here at the Rock. Washington in Class AAA defeating John Marshall by a final score of 5-4 to stay alive in the consolation bracket. So a very good game in that one. 2 out, shot over towards the second baseman. Fielded quickly on the run by the junior Meade over to first for out number 3. Bases loaded, no damage though for the Golden Bears in the top of the first. To the bottom of the inning we go. Sissonville to the plate. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia, site of the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament. After a year off due to the COVID pandemic, the fans have flocked to this facility for the first time in state championship history. And this beautiful Tuesday opening day of all 3 classes getting going. Here in Class AA, Herbert Hoover eliminating Independence in the consolation bracket. In the game right before this one, Oak Glen defeated Independence to move to this championship bracket game. Sissonville defeating Herbert Hoover. These two teams squaring off now as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Take a look at the Oak Glen Golden Bear defense. Lizzie Kell will get the start here in game 2. On the mound, Sarah Brown behind home plate, Alexis Holden at first, Amber Moore at second. Maddie McKay moves over to shortstop. Olivia Munoz still at third, Michaela Zoller in left, Sydney Brown in center, and Grace Smith in right field. Hitters 1, 2, and 3 for the Indians. Emma Meade, Kaya Hampton, and Allie Soblet leading it off in the bottom of the inning. So the lefty, Zell, who was out in center field in that first game victory, getting the start here in game number 2 for the Golden Bears. Quickly ahead in the count to Meade, 0-2. Meade, a .420 hitter, 17 ribbies, 5 doubles, and a home run for the leadoff hitter, the second baseman. 0-2 pitch, and this one opposite field over the head of the second baseman. It will flow through into the gap, heading around second, and hustling into third with the leadoff stand-up triple is Emma Meade. An 0-2 pitch. She goes with it. Opposite field, just over the glove of Moore at second. And the Indians, just as they did in game 1 in the victory over Herbert Hoover, they lead off with a base hit, a runner in scoring position. They scored 1 in that first game. Hampton, the third baseman, coming to the plate, a .384 hitter, 13 ribbies. Indians trying to take the early lead here in the bottom of the first. Kell's got a lot of movement on these pitches. 0-1 the count. Hampton swings heavy and misses 0-2 quickly. So Kell has yet to throw one out of the strike zone. 5 straight strikes. An 0-2 pitch popped up. Right field side out of play. Hampton will stay alive. Estimated attendance at this facility, about 3,500 fans. And I tell you what, they are absolutely excited beyond belief. Not that we are just playing softball, but that we have finished a season with the way things have gone. Executive Director of the WVSSAC standing right beside me, probably breathing many sighs of relief over this year. just able to get seasons in and finish them off, and I think the fans are feeling the same way right now. They are just so excited after losing a season last year in the spring to come back here. Battle continuing with Kaya Hampton. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up. 1-2 offering. Hampton ropes this one foul out of play. And the battle continues. Meade led off with the stand-up triple. On deck, Allie Soblet, the shortstop. Cleanup hitter, Madison Legg, the pitcher. Batter number 5, Graceland Hill, the first baseman. Autumn Blair, batter 6, the catcher. Left fielder, Kinsey Raines, batting 7th. Batting 8th is the right fielder, Abigail Bailey. Batting 9th, Taylor Oxley, the center fielder. We didn't get a chance to run through the lineup to begin this ball game. 2-2 the count to Hampton. The Indians trying to strike first. 2-2 pitch popped up, foul territory. That one will sail back out of play. And pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up here between Lizzie Kell and the batter Kaya Hampton. Sun continuing to beat down the left side of the field. Next pitch popped up into shallow right field, moving over and dropping it is Smith over in right field. It was going to score a run nevertheless on the sacrifice, but instead the Golden Bears, who were so good in game number 1 defensively, an immediate error, allowing the first run to score without an out being issued. Hampton ends up out at second. Indians, just as they did in the first game against Hoover, taking the quick lead in the first 1-0. Allie Soblet, the shortstop. A .389 hitter on the season with 23 RBIs, 10 doubles, and 1 home run. One to know the count. Kell missing back-to-back on the edge. So glad you could be with us here on the NFHS Network. Video Productions in conjunction with the WVSSAC. I'm Andrew Miller. Brian Shepard is my game producer. Parker Withrow out on the cameras. Executive producer of Video Productions is Butch Mounts. As Soblet fouls it off, 2-1 the count. Kell, the lefty, the 2-1, and that one will miss away. Golden Bears looking still for their first out here in the bottom of inning number 1. The sun continues to creep down behind the hills here. And I imagine the left side of the infield and left fielders for both these teams cannot wait until that sun drops. 3-2, the count is full. Kell rocks the Fire's payoff pitch, nubbed over at short, fielded cleanly, and a strong arm throw from McKay. And they will allow the first out. So Soblet retired on the 6-3 ground out. And I thought there might be something going on with some obstruction over there. Runner still at third, though. Hampton advanced on the ground out, and that will bring the pitcher, Madison Legg, to the plate. .418 hitter, 19 RBIs, and now 5 home runs. As in the 5th inning of that 7-3 victory, she blasted one over the straight center field fence for home run number 5 of the season. This one popped up left side of the infield, and again, you're going to have to battle that sun, as McKay will do. The shortstop battling the elements for back-to-back putouts for the Golden Bears defense. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. First baseman Gracelyn Hill. Season average of .386, 22 RBIs, six home runs for Hill. She's got home run power. As Kell offers a fastball for strike one. Golden Bears will send the bottom of the order to the plate in the top of the second. 7, 8, and 9 due up. This one jamming the batter right into the glove of the first baseman, Alexis Holden, for out number 3. Indians strike first in the first. They lead it after 1-0. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Boy, getting older is pretty stressful. Am I right, girls?
No kidding, Sandy. It seems like every morning I see a new driveway crack.
My deck sure isn't as level as it used to be.
You've got to keep up appearances, though, right?
You got that right.
It's time to stop worrying about your concrete problems. Give us a call today and rest easy tonight.
We welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia. Class AA Softball Championship bracket action. Glen, the Golden Bears, trailing the Indians of Sissonville High School 1-0 after 1. Golden Bears 28-1 on the season. Sissonville 20-4. The winner of this game will advance in the championship round to the championship series. The loser will have to fight out of the consolation bracket. Awaiting them, the 3-time defending champion Herbert Hoover Huskies. Sissonville defeated the Huskies in game 1. Herbert Hoover eliminating Independence in their second game. So top of the second we go. Bottom of the order for the Golden Bears. Amber Moore, Grace Smith, and Emma Renfro due up first. Moore went 0 for 3 in game 1. In the victory over Independence. Did have a sacrifice on a bunt. A late swing on the fastball. And the count now 1-1 quickly. And a great job by the entire staff here at Little Creek Park in South Charleston, Spring Hill area. 1-2 the count. In this 2021 state softball tournament moved to this facility. All 3 fields, all turf. And it has been a great start to this state softball tournament, not just because we are playing after missing last year, but the weather has been great since the morning when the rain moved out. Everybody got started an hour late. They backed the games up just so the rain could filter out completely. 2-2 the count to Moore. Leg rocks and fires inside. 3-2 full count. Leg again was very deliberate in game number 1. Took her time from the pitcher's circle. The 3-2 nearly clips the leg of Moore. And after not issuing a walk in 7 innings in the first contest, Leg delivers her first walk of the game, and that is just her 30th walk of the season. So the junior has been very, very good in the 2 games today. Grace Smith coming to the plate, the right fielder. Swings at the first offering. 0-1 the count. Smith just a junior. You can see on our screen the glare coming in, and it is just about 10 minutes away from the left side of the infield having a respite from the sunlight. Called strike. Quickly 0-2 to Smith. The left field is still covered in sunlight. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Legg issues the first strikeout of the game to go with the 5 she had in the first game. That will bring up the designated player, Emma Renfro, batting for the flex player, first baseman Alexis Holden. Renfro, in that first game victory over Independence, 0 for 3 at the plate, looking for her first base hit. Want to know the count to Renfro, top of the Oak Glen order in the on-deck circle in center fielder Sydney Brown. Legg rocks and fires, sack bunt attempt. Legg in quickly and fires it over to the second baseman, Meade, covering the bag. For out number 2, the sack bunt works. It'll move Moore on to second and into scoring position. The tying run in scoring position now. And Brown to the plate, popped up in foul territory to begin the ball game. A nice play crashing into the foul fence by the catcher Autumn Bailey. And she'll look on as Legg paints the outside of the plate. For strike 1. Again, Brown 1 for 1 in the 5-0 victory over Independence with a triple. And the next offering, Legg stays on the outside and just misses that offering. 1-1. Moore led off with the full count walk. She is now at second on the sack the sack bunt, by Renfro. And now a 1-2 count to Brown. Lizzie Kell, the pitcher, on deck. Legg continuing to look into the dugout as she did in that first game victory over the Huskies. Offers a 1-2 pitch up the eyeballs. And Brown stays away from that one. Count evens at 2-2. Winner of this contest advances to the championship series. And whoever comes out of the consolation bracket in tomorrow morning's contest will have to defeat this winner 2 times. Second strikeout of the inning, second strikeout of the game for Madison Legg. And it ends the threat in the top of the second inning. 1-0, Sissonville Indians to the plate. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
CBS Equipment has over 30 years' experience in the mining industry and is committed to supplying mining companies with reliable, inventive, quality equipment as well as top-notch customer service. CBS Equipment is proud to support the Independence Lady Patriots as well as all 2021 softball state tournament participants. We are in Class AA in the championship bracket. Oak Glen and Sissonville battling it out for a spot in the championship series tomorrow. At the moment, Sissonville 20-4 in the lead, 1-0. Oak Glen had a base runner in scoring position. No damage, though, in the top of the second. So we are in the bottom of the second and down towards the bottom of the Indian order. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Autumn Bailey at the plate. Bailey had a big first game. And she drilled a 2-run home run, her third of the season. 3 RBIs in that victory. She plated 3 of the 5 runs, in fact, that Oak Glen scored in the Independence game. Lizzie Kell right now behind in the count, 2-1. Bailey, a .339 hitter this year. Be followed by Kenzie Raines and then Abigail Bailey. Count moves to 3-1. Sissonville, no stranger to the state tournament. They have 7 state championships under their belt. Looking for number 8. This one popped up in the infield. Moving in quickly along the first base line is the pitcher Kell for out number 1. We'll bring up the left fielder, Kenzie Raines. Sissonville had state championships, 95, 96, 97, 2000, 2001, 2002. So 3 peats, 2 separate times, and then their last state championship came in 2015. Oak Glen does have 1 state championship under their belt back in 1998 in Class AA. First pitch to Raines in there for strike 1. Raines a .375 hitter this year, 10 RBIs. Raines, a junior. For Sissonville, they do not have but 1 senior starter. That's Allie Sobel, the shortstop, on this roster. Only 1 senior starter for Oak Glen as well. That is Amber Moore. And a 3-pitch strikeout issued to Raines. As Lizzie Kell feeling it. That is the first strikeout of the afternoon for the new pitcher, Lizzie Kell. Hitter number 8, right fielder Abigail Bailey, coming to the plates. Bailey was bored in game number 1 at the plate. In fact, she did not see a strike her first 2 at-bats. 4 straight pitches balls out of the strike zone. And in her 3rd at-bat, she saw 2 balls immediately before she finally saw some strikes. Led off with a ball here. And it didn't take much time in this game as Kell fights back with strike 1. 1-1 the count. One pitch. Kell looking for the edge and misses. 2-1 the counts. Bailey, when she does get pitches, .258 hitter, 13 RBIs, 5 doubles on the season. Bottom of the second inning here in Class AA, the championship bracket from South Charleston, West Virginia, and Little Creek Park. And if they are making a push for future state championships, they have done a great job leading off here in day number 1. 3-1 the count now to Bailey, and this one jamming the batter over in foul territory as Olivia Munoz makes another big play for the Golden Bears. The defense holds strong. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. After 2 complete, the Indians lead the Golden Bears 1-0. You're watching 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network. Welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia. At Little Creek Park, The Rock is where we are officially. At Field A in Class AA, we've played 2 in the championship bracket as the Sissonville Indians with the lead over the Oak Glen Golden Bears, 1-0. Golden Bear defense, though, a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second inning to retire the Indians without a fight. Top of the third inning we go, and the top of the order, 2-3-4 due up for the Golden Bears. The pitcher, Lizzie Kell, followed by the shortstop, Maddie McKay, and the catcher, Sarah Brown. Kell, 1 for 1 with a base hit, was forced out, though, back in the first inning. Steps up aggressively and swings at the first offering, fouling it away. I'm going to have to check the history on Brian Shepard's statement that they call this the Rock because you can't get out after the game is over. Here's Kell ripping one deep into left field as the left fielder, Kenzie Raines, was playing shallow. And look at the speed of Kell all the way around to third, sliding in safely with the leadoff triple in the top of the third inning. Kell turned on the pitch and roped it. And Raines was playing very shallow, maybe expecting Kell to go opposite field or not get to that one. And Kell demolishes it all the way to the fence. And a leadoff triple. And now for Oak Glen, the tying run is at third. Maddie McKay at the plate, reached on a fielder's choice in the first. She'll square to bunt right back to the middle of the field, and that will score the first run of the game for the Golden Bears. Leg just took the out. That was given to her. That was a pretty impressive bunt attempt by McKay. Leg threw on the inside corner. Really just self-preservation on that bunt attempt as McKay kept it from hitting her. And McKay awarded the sacrifice RBI. So Kell with the quick triple. And are we going to take it away? Okay, so they're going to call a foul ball instead, which is miserable for me because I'm writing in pen. But it could be worse. So McKay, as I mentioned, the self-preservation, trying to keep it from hitting her. In fact, it did in the box. So it will just be a foul ball, a strike one. Kell will move back to third base. McKay may try it again. Learned long ago not to write in pen. I think it was back in second grade, but I didn't listen. And so now I'm left to deal with it. 1-1 to the counts to McKay. And this one is ripped deep into left center field. That was just a profit. It took one more swing as McKay will end up plating Kell anyway. Instead of the bunt on the sacrifice, it will be a stand-up RBI double for Maddie McKay. So the junior comes through with a big slap shot to left center field. So the RBI is good. And the Golden Bears here in the top of the third inning have tied it one apiece. Brown with the single in the first inning, the cleanup hitter coming to the plate. Flinches on the first offering from leg, missing upstairs. Brown 1 for 4 with three RBIs and a triple in the first game victory over Independence. Nubbed on the next pitch. That one jammed her. Already playing in on the turf was the first baseman, Gracelyn Hill, so she got to that one easily for the first out. So one out now here in the top of the third inning with Oak Glen and Sissonville now tied. Olivia Munoz One of the 3 base hits in inning number 1. She singled. After going 0 for 4 in the first contest, got her first base hit. 0-1 on the foul ball down the line at third. As you finally see here, it took quite a while into the third inning, but the sun has set far enough behind that the entirety of the field is covered in shade. 0-1 pitch. Munoz goes chasing an off-speed offering from leg. A lot of movement on that change-up pitch. 0-2 to Munoz. So a pair of extra base hits here in the top of the third. A triple by Kell, the double by McKay. Golden Bears have tied it up. Here's one golfed out of the turf. That was a tough play at second. And a tremendous one at that for Meade. Meade had trouble getting that ball out of her glove for a second, and with the speed of Munoz, she had to hustle the throw. Just in time, the throw out will advance McKay over to third. Now with 2 outs in the inning. Golden Bears trying to take the lead here in the top of the third inning. Kayla Zoller 2 for 3 in the first contest. Victory over Independence. Zoller grounded out to Meade at second in the first inning to end the inning. And she'll be behind in the count, 0-1. Rockets raining down from the left. Yellow Rockets in the form of softballs from Class AAA. There's a championship bracket over there. Once again, incoming. Watch out. 0-1 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Leg ahead in the count now with 2 outs. To Zoller, 0-2. Indians in the bottom half of the inning will send 9-1-2 to the plate to Oxley, Meade, and Hampton. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, freezing the batter on the outside corner. Strikeout number 3 of the afternoon for Madison Legg. We're all squared at 1 now as we move to the bottom of the third. Sissonville to the plate. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
All Seasons Lawn and Landscape. Whether you need help with landscaping or the perfect manicured lawn, call Chris Dukic at All Seasons Lawn and Landscaping. All Seasons Lawn and Landscaping, proud supporters of the girls softball and the Ritchie County Lady Rebels. Lady Rebels in the postseason here at the state tournament in Class Single A. We are at Class AA on Field A at the Rock here in South Charleston, West Virginia. Bottom of the third inning, Taylor Oxley to the plate for the first time in this game for Sissonville. Looked on at strike 1, squares the bunt and fouls it back against the cage. Golden Bears tying it up in the top half of the inning with a pair of extra bases hits. Lizzie Kell, the pitcher, starting it off with a big triple, followed by Maddie McKay's RBI double. And we are all knotted up at 1 apiece. 0-2 to Oxley, 242 hitter, 16 ribbies on the season. As Kell offers a carrot, dangles it out on the outside corner. Oxley lays off. Count now 1-2. Oxley followed by the top of the order in Emma Meade, and then Kaya Hampton due up here in the bottom of the third for Sissonville. Next pitch fouled against the cage. Sissonville under the direction of second-year head coach Travis Hill, 7 state championships to their credit. 95 through 97, 2000 to 2002, and 2015 Golden Bears. Under the fourth-year head coach Sherry Garner, 1 state championship back in 1998 for Oak Glen. 1-2 pitch. Staying on that outside corner is Kell. And she'll miss again. The count now even at 2. Class AAA in the championship bracket at the moment. St. Albans leading Cabell Midland 2-0 early on. Here's one ripped at the shortstop. McKay fields it cleanly and fires it across the diamond into the glove of Holden for out number 1. That is the third put out of the game by the shortstop McKay, who again went the distance in the pitching circle in the victory 5-0. She had a no-hitter into the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. Pitched a 1-hit shutout, though, to advance Oak Glen into this championship round. Meade at the plate. First pitch popped up into very shallow left field. Boy, that was a very eventful putout by McKay. She turned to the left, spun around to the right, and almost tripped over her own feet. Yeah, the road less traveled en route to her second putout of the inning. Take a look at this one. I don't know if you'll see Meade dancing back and forth sideways. They don't ask you how, they just ask you if. Next pitch, and this one is blasted by Hampton. Deep left field, and the snow cone grab by Michaela Zeller out in left field. Jumping at the last second, you could see half of the ball sticking above her glove. It doesn't matter. A 3-up, 3-down inning with a pair of nice defensive plays for the Oak Glen Golden Bears. We're all squared at 1 apiece after 3 complete. As you take a look, Michaela Zoller, get you some ice cream.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Boy, getting older is pretty stressful. Am I right, girls?
No kidding, Sandy. It seems like every morning I see a new driveway crack.
My deck sure isn't as level as it used to be.
You've got to keep up appearances, though, right?
Mm-hmm. You got that right.
It's time to stop worrying about your concrete problems. Give us a call today and rest easy tonight.
We welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia, Little Creek Park Class AA Championship bracket action. And we have seen some serious defense. None better possibly than Michaela Zoller out in left field. The snow cone grab to finish off a 1-2-3 defensive inning for the Oak Glen Golden Bears. So we move to the 4th. Oak Glen and Sissonville in a battle. Golden Bears bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 coming to the plate. As Madison Legg goes inside, way inside, nearly clipping more on the kneecap. One and 0 the count. Legg rocks and fires again. This one swung on, fouled against the cage, 1-1. Sissonville led the ball game off in the bottom of the first. Emma Meade led off with a big triple, and she ended up scoring on an error by the Golden Bears. Oak Glen got one back in the bottom of the third, the top of the third. A leadoff triple by the pitcher Lizzie Kell, followed by the RBI double for Maddie McKay. That's where we stand here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-2 the count to Moore. Moore was 0 for 3 with a sacrifice in that first game victory over the Independence Patriots. A 1-2 pitch. That one foul tipped. Thought it might be in the glove of Bailey, but Bailey drops it out of the glove. So Moore will stay alive. 7, 8, 9 Moore, followed by Grace Smith and Emma Renfro. And a quick meeting at the pitcher's circle. While we do that, this game is under the supervision of the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission. Bernie Dolan is the executive director. Assistants are Greg Reed, Wayne Ryan, and Cindy Daniel. Heather Enoch is the media coordinator. We're so happy you could be joined for the WVSSAC in conjunction with Video Productions. I'm Andrew Miller. Brian Shepard is my game producer. On the camera, Parker Withrow, executive producer of Video Productions, is Butch Mounts. We'll bring it to you here on the NFHS network. Moore continues to battle. 2-2 the count. Top four, the winner of this one advances to the championship series. Loser drops into the consolation bracket, awaiting. The loser of this contest are the three-time defending champions, the Huskies of Herbert Hoover High School. Updates in Class AAA, 2-0 St. Albans after a 1. In Class Single A, Wahama and Ritchie tied in the top of the third, 2 apiece. Those two have played 4 separate times this year. And Wahama has defeated Ritchie County all 4 times previously, including once to win the Little Canal Conference Championship. So those two quite familiar with each other. Moore goes down swinging. Strikeout number 4 for the pitcher, Madison Legg, just a junior, second team all-state player as a freshman back in 2019. Ray Smith, the right fielder, struck out on 3 pitches back in the second inning. Also 0 for 3 in the victory over Independence, so she is looking for her first base hit of the afternoon. Swings at an outside offering, back in the count again, 0-2. Sun setting here in South Charleston, West Virginia. The lights are now shining. It's been a beautiful day ever since the rain moved out earlier today. Again, decision made early in the morning as the rain continued to pelt the Kanawha Valley. Going all the way back to yesterday, they moved back the start times of all 3 classes for the first games a full hour. Everything got started here at 10:45 in the morning. Comes the 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts issued by Madison Legg, and she now has 5 on the evening. 2 up, 2 down for the Golden Bears. Designated player Emma Renfro, 0 for 3 in game number 1, had a sac bunt on a 1-4 putout here in this game in the second inning. First offering to the left-hander, swing and a miss for strike 1. And that pitch is number 173 of the day for Madison Legg. She went the full 7 innings in the first game victory over Herbert Hoover, picking up her 20th win of the season. Foul tip on a bunt attempt that time by Renfro, behind in the count now 0-2. It's been a great year for Legg. She's pitched all 24 games. A 141 ERA overall, came into this game with 146 and a third innings, 182 strikeouts. That's now 187 to just 30 walks. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the order for the Golden Bears. She'll have to wait another pitch, 1-2. Top of the Golden Bear order on deck, Sydney Brown, the center fielder. Indians will send 3-4-5 to the plate in the bottom half of the 4th. A 1-2 pitch, looking for the outside corner. And Legg just, again, dangling that carrot on the outside, seeing if Renfro will chase one out of the zone. Renfro equal to the task with the eyeballs. 2-2 the count. Pair of strikeouts in this inning. Can Legg strike out the side? Or will Renfro get her first hit of the day? Swing and a miss as the junior Madison Legg, very dominant in that inning. She strikes out the side. 6 in the game. It's 1-1 as we move to the bottom half of the fourth.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Moving into the bottom of inning number 4, Class AA championship bracket game featuring the Sissonville Indians and the Glen Golden Bears. And we are squared at 1 apiece as Madison Legg, the pitcher, the junior for Sissonville, with 6 strikeouts on the day, including all 3 in the top of the fourth. She struck out the side. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 in the top half of the fourth. To the bottom of the inning we go, and we'll have a new pitcher for Oak Glen, and it will be the pitcher of record for the victory in game number 1, Maddie McKay. So some shuffling of the defense. It looks like the 3 will go back to where they originally started. McKay back to the pitcher circle. And Sydney Brown will move to short. And back out into center field is Lizzie Kell. Called strike, 1-2 the count. To the leadoff hitter for the Indians, 3-4-5, Allie Soblitz, sorry. You'd think after a game and a half I'd have got that right. Grounded out to the shortstop, which was McKay back in the first inning. This one popped up right side of the infield. Calling everyone off is the first baseman Holden for out number 1. So McKay pitched the 7 innings, had the 1-hit shutout, almost had a no-hitter in the victory over Independence. And Lizzie Kell pitched very valiantly in the first 3 innings, and she'll give way to McKay. Madison Legg, the pitcher. McKay digs in. Pitcher versus pitcher. Legg, a .418 hitter, 19 RBIs. Had the solo home run in game number 1 against Herbert Hoover. She now has 5 on the season. Quickly 0-2 to the cleanup hitter, Madison Legg. Again, Legg struck out the side in the top half of this inning. 0-2 the count. McKay rocks and fires. Legg smacks it into the cage. Winner of this contest, again, is guaranteed the championship series. The loser will drop into the consolation bracket. They'll play at 9:45 in the morning against Herbert Hoover. The winner of that one will advance. They'll have to beat whoever wins this one twice in order to win the 2021 Class AA State Championship. 1-2 the count to Legg. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, a quick-moving ball game. Good pitching, good defense. Here's one ripped into very shallow right field. That will drop in. And Legg has another base hit. Go-ahead run on the base pass for the Indians in the bottom of the 4th. Gracelyn Hill coming to the plate. Hill, a line drive right at the first baseman, Holden, to end the first inning. Hill, though, a .386 hitter, 22 ribbies, 6 home runs, and 9 doubles on the season for the first baseman, the junior. First pitch, check swing on a high fastball. Will look down. And did she go? Did not see. That's the one place I can't see. We'll hold on that call. Next pitch in there for a strike. Next offering, this one smacked back against the cage. And nevertheless, it's either 0-2 or 1-2 at this point. 1-2 is what's shown on the board. Destiny Phillips came in to pinch run for the pitcher Madison Legg. She's at first. Swing and a miss on the inside pitch by McKay, working the corner nicely. And McKay will earn her first strikeout of this game. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the fourth. Autumn Bailey to the plate, popped out to the pitcher, which was Kell back in the second inning. But we know what Bailey did in the first game. Ripped the 2-run home run in the 7th inning of the ball game, en route to that 7-3 victory for Sissonville over the 3-time defending champion Huskies. Pair of strikes for McKay. 0-2 pitch. That one gets away. Sending the runner down to second, but not fast enough. Wow! A little delayed on the move to second base for the pinch runner. And that ends the inning on a nice play by Sarah Brown, the catcher, out to Sydney Brown for out number 3. So quickly we go to the top of the 5th inning. We're all tied at 1 apiece. Golden Bears coming to the plate. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network. CBS Equipment has over 30 years' experience in the mining industry and is committed to supplying mining companies with reliable, inventive, quality equipment as well as top-notch customer service. CBS Equipment is proud to support the Independence Lady Patriots as well as all 2021 softball state tournament participants. West Virginia teens are changing the game. West Virginia Game Changers is an initiative designed to educate, support, and empower our youth to make healthy choices as they prepare to be our leaders of tomorrow. All Seasons Landscape, whether you need help with landscaping or the perfect manicured lawn, call Chris Dukic at All Seasons Lawn and Landscaping. All Seasons Lawn and Landscaping, proud supporters of girls softball and the Ritchie County Lady Rebels. 4 in the books here in the championship bracket of Class AA from Little Creek Park in South Charleston, West Virginia. We have got a good one. All squared at 1 apiece as we move to the 5th, top of the order. Coming to the plate for Oak Glen, Sydney Brown. Coming to the plate first. She'll lace one down the line in right field. And that one will sail out of play. Brown 0 for 2. Popped up in foul territory, caught by the catcher in the first, struck out in the second. One of 6 strikeouts for the junior right-hander Madison Legg for the Indians. Last inning, Legg struck out the side. And she is quickly ahead in the count here in the top of the 5th to the leadoff hitter. It's 0-2. Hitters 1, 2, 3 coming to the plate. Brown now back at shortstop. Started this game in center field. Kell to follow, who is now back out in center field. And Maddie McKay, who is now the pitcher. Next one, up the middle it goes. Legg put the glove down, couldn't get to it. And a leadoff 0-2 single by Sydney Brown, her first hit of the ball game. Go-ahead run now on the base paths in the top of the 5th for Oak Glen. And Lizzie Kell, she has been a big bat here in this one. 2 for 2. Singled in the first, had the triple, and the run scored in the third. First pitch from Legg, gets away from the catcher. That will advance. The go-ahead run in Brown out to second and in scoring position. Boy, and Bailey had trouble finding that one. It hit the dirt and then rode up her glove hand, got away, and she had trouble locating that wild pitch. 1-0 the counts. Golden Bears with a threat here in the top of the 5th inning. As we're getting later into the night, later into the innings as well. Here's the pitch. That is ripped. That is deep, and that is over the head of the left fielder. That's going to score the go-ahead run from second. And look at Kell hustling again, her second triple of the game. Lizzie Kell, the sophomore, is 3 for 3, a pair of triples, and now an RBI to give the Golden Bears their first lead of the contest. Great hustle by Raines out in left field. Didn't have enough to get to it, though. And Lizzie Kell, she is not the biggest player on the team, but she's got a big bat today with the RBI triple. Golden Bears now in front 2-1, still nobody out. And the heart of the order coming to the plate, Maddie McKay, 1 for 2 with an RBI double that scored Kell in the third to tie the ball game. He was also 1 for 2 with an RBI double in game number 1. Slaps one opposite field down the line in right. That one will get out of play. 0-2 the count to McKay. Golden Bears 28-1, 26 straight victories before losing to Kaiser in the postseason. Came right back and defeated the Golden Tornadoes to advance to the state tournament. Defeated Independence in game 1 5-0, looking to advance to the championship series. McKay fights another pitch off from Legg. Seven base hits so far for the Golden Bears in this one. Next one rides high and tight. That gets away, but it's a very shallow backstop here at Field A. Even with the speed that Kell has shown, she's going to stay put. And the count now 1-2 to McKay. Catcher Sarah Brown on deck for Oak Glen. Regardless of the outcome for either team here, they will be playing tomorrow. Question is, will it be in the championship series or in the consolation bracket? Legg goes off speed this time, and this is outside. Count even at 1-1. Updates from Class Single A, top of the 4th inning. Wahama Ritchie County still squared at 2. Last update we had was St. Albans leading Cabell Midland 2-0. That one going into the top of the 3rd. 2-2 pitch missing away. And the count now full to McKay, 3-2. This game has all the earmarks of going down to the wire with both of these very good teams. Indians with 7 state titles to their credit, just 1 for the Golden Bears. 3-2 pitch outside corner, and that one will freeze McKay. A big strikeout for leg. That is number 7 of the ball game. That one on the outside corner, and McKay frozen. Bring the catcher Brown to the plate, 1 for 2 with a single today. Kell still over at third. Had the RBI triple to give Oak Glen the lead. And the first pitch to the cleanup hitter, the catcher Brown, missing. Brown earlier today, 1 for 4, but she did plate 2 runs on a triple, also had a sacrifice. 3 RBIs in the victory over Independence. 1-0 offering, heavy cut, and Brown caught just a piece of it. Count even at 1-1. Light shining down brightly here at Field A, a place called The Rock, Little Creek Park. 1-1 pitch, a late square to bunt. As Brown, I think, maybe giving the corners at first and third, Hill and Hampton, something to think about with the speed of Kell at third base. And you won't want to put it past Coach Sherry Gardner to offer up maybe a sacrifice bunt opportunity. Corners moving in now. Nice pitch by leg on the outside corner, just painting the edge. And the count now 2-2 to Brown. Olivia Munoz in the on-deck circle. Golden Bears tied it in third and have taken the lead now here in the top of the 5th inning. The single by Brown to lead it off, followed by the RBI triple from Lizzie Kell, who stands over at third. A 2-2 pitch, looking for the outside again and missing. Back-to-back full counts now. Offered up by the pitcher, Madison Legg. She has pitched a ton today. 194 pitches in these 2 games, working towards the 200 level. Here comes the payoff pitch, ripped down the line. Is that in fair territory? I don't know. We're waiting to see. It was a tag out at third anyway. Third base umpire calling out Kell, who was off the bag at third. Wouldn't have mattered at first. But the damage done for the Golden Bears as they plate the go-ahead run. As they lead it 2-1, you take a look at that final play. What a play over third by Kaya Hampton. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Sissonville trailing now 2-1. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
Biscuit World, we use the freshest ingredients in our made-from-scratch biscuits. The Biscuit and Gravy Platter. Hot and fresh biscuits, made from scratch gravy. Now that's a meal. Served all day long and only available at Tudor's Biscuit World.
Geno's introduces the Big Cheese, our supersized pizza piled high with extra cheese for only $9.99. A blend of 3 different cheeses, mozzarella, parmesan, and provolone. Try Geno's Big Cheese Pizza for only $9.99.
Did you know that up to 50% of the air you breathe in your home is the air that comes through your basement? A wet, damp basement can be a real problem that can worsen asthma and allergies, affect your indoor air quality, and damage your valuables. Alford Home Solutions will transform your basement into a dry, usable space and improve the air quality in your entire home. Protect your family today. Visit alfordhomesolutions.com for a free estimate.
Well, there's been a lot of good defense here on this Field A in South Charleston at Little Creek Park. Perhaps none better than the finishing play for Sissonville in the top half of the 5th inning. An unassisted double play by Kaya Hampton A shot ripped down the line by Sarah Brown, the cleanup hitter, and it fed into the glove of Brown, who ended up just running into Lizzie Kell, who was off the bag at third for the second out, and then the fire across just to get Brown at first. So the double play to end it and keep the damage minimal. Here's a bunt attempt. McKay has to come over towards third base, dropped it out of the glove initially, picked it up barehanded, and makes the play against Autumn Bailey, who was at the plate when the pinch runner for Madison Lake was thrown out on a wild pitch trying to take second. For Oak Glen in the top half of the fifth. The big RBI triple for Lizzie Kell, her third base hit of the game. And that one scores the go-ahead run late in the ball game here for the Oak Glen Golden Bears as they now lead it 2-1. Bottom of the order, 6-7-8 for Sissonville. Raines turns on a pitch, and she'll blast it out of play over the third base side. 0-1 the counts. Bailey led it off. Now Raines at the plate, followed by Abigail Bailey. Raines struck out swinging, her only plate appearance back in inning number 2. Raines a .375 hitter this year with 10 RBIs. McKay moving inside, just missing. Update in Class Single A, Wahama, Ritchie County into the bottom of the fourth inning, all squared at 2 apiece. The 1-1 pitch. And a called strike at the knees. I had 1-1 on the count. So apparently it was a 0-2 count. Well, I missed a pitch somewhere. Getting late into the night for me. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth for the Golden Bear defense. Stepping up is Abigail Bailey. Immediately, McKay fires one on the inside corner. Check swing on the next offering, and that one right over the meat of the plate. We call it right down Main Street. Quickly 0-2 as McKay and the Golden Bear defense looking to capitalize on the momentum of the top half of the inning, taking their first lead of the game 2-1. And before that happens, we have got a meeting once again. There have been a few of these umpire meetings today throughout the 4 games we have watched, and they have gotten everything right. As anybody who's ever listened to my normal broadcast knows, that's difficult for me to say. 0-2 the count. McKay rocks and fires. And now it's 0-2. Yeah, well, here comes another 0-2 pitch. It didn't matter. McKay is feeling it on a 4-pitch strikeout. All 4 pitches were strikes. 1-2-3 inning for the Golden Bear defense in the bottom half of the fifth. Just 2 innings remaining. We've got a good one here in the Class AA championship bracket on the NFHS network.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
We welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia, Little Creek Park, for the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament. First year hosted by this facility, and it's been a great first day in all 3 classes, and we've got a battle here in the championship bracket. The winner of this ball game advancing to the championship series. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Oak Glen defense in the bottom of the fifth. So we move to the top of the 6th inning. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 coming to the plate for Oak Glen as Madison Legg, the junior right-hander for Sissonville, working into her 13th overall inning in the 2 games today. Munoz taking a healthy swipe at that one. 1-1 the count. Munoz singled back in the 1st inning, grounded out to the second baseman in the 3rd, 1 for 2 in this contest, followed by Michaela Zoller and Amber Moore. 5, 6, 7 for the Golden Bears. This one popped back out of play. Sissonville took the lead in the bottom of the 1st inning as Emma Mead led off with a triple and then scored on an error by the defense. Oak Glen got one back to tie it in the 3rd. A leadoff triple by Lizzie Kell, one of 3 hits for her, including 2 triples. RBI double by McKay, tying it, and now in the 5th, Sydney Brown got the single and then the RBI triple for Kell to give Oak Glen the slim 1-run lead here in the top of the 6th. 2-2 pitch, missing outside. And we are full at 3-2. Again, the winner will advance to the championship series and will play for a state title. The loser will have to defeat Herbert Hoover tomorrow in the consolation bracket round in the morning to advance to the championship series. And in the last 2 pitches for Madison Legg, she has gone over 200 in the 2 ball games. The victory over Herbert Hoover, and the 6th inning we are with Sissonville and Oak Glen. A lot of work for the junior Madison Legg, but she is prepared for it. She has pitched every single inning of every single game that we can tell this season for Sissonville and Coach Travis Hill in year number 2. 20-4 with a 141 ERA, 188 strikeouts. Munoz battling here with the full count. This one upstairs, you see the frustration and the body language of Madison Legg as she loses Munoz. And for Legg, after going perfect in the first game with no walks, she did hit a batter. She has walked now her 2nd batter in this game. Runner aboard first here in the top of the 6th inning. Now Zoller looking to advance the runner. Squares the bunt and misses. Well, did she pull back on that one? Did not look to us like she did, but it says 1-0 count, so we'll change that. 1-0 the count now to Zoller. She's 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout in this one. She'll this time drops the bunt in, and that was well done as Kaya Hampton, the 3rd baseman, moving in quickly, fielding that one and throwing on the run. They'll get the runner, Zoller. And the sack bunt is effective, advancing Munoz into scoring position. And in a game this close, that one extra run out there at second base could be the difference in this one. So Amber Moore coming to the plate. First pitch, she'll square the bunt. And they were trying to move Munoz a little closer. And that one popped up in fair territory. So a nice play by the first baseman, Graceland Hill. She was playing in and Moore unable to complete the sacrifice bunt. 2 outs now in the inning. And the next pitch ripped down the line just in the foul territory area by Grace Smith. Munoz led off with the full count walk, out to second with a sacrifice. Smith 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in the ball game. And an 0-1 count as Madison Legg into her 13th inning today, looking to try to end the threat of the Golden Bears in the top of the 6th. Foul ball 0-2 now to Smith in the bottom of the inning. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 coming to the plate for the Indians. Taylor Oxley, Emma Mead, and Kaya Hampton. Oh, 2 pitch, missing away. Things got started this morning. Oak Glen over Independence 5-0. Sissonville defeating Herbert Hoover 7-3, and then Independence falling to the Huskies in the elimination game 9-1. In the bottom of the 6th inning, a walk-off winner for the Huskies. And here we are in the top of the 6th. Oak Glen, a slim 1-run lead over Sissonville. And a 2-2 count to Grace Smith. And strike 3 issued as Madison Legg continues to work and grind. Strikeout number 8 for the junior. We move to the bottom half of the inning. Sissonville to the plate, trailing 2-1.
General Stores knows West Virginia. But what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Boy, getting older is pretty stressful. Am I right, girls?
No kidding, Sandy. It seems like every morning I see a new driveway crack.
My deck sure isn't as level as it used to be.
You've got to keep up appearances, though, right?
You got that right.
It's time to stop worrying about your concrete problems. Give us a call today and rest easy tonight.
And we welcome you back to South Charleston. Class AA championship bracket game between Oak Glen and Sissonville. It's been a good one. Golden Bears got a base runner in scoring position in the top of the 6th. But the 8th strikeout of the game to finish it off in the top half of the inning for Madison Legg. And so the Indians trail by just 1. 9-1-2. Oxley at the plate. She'll square it a bunt in foul territory. Charging on the play was Munoz over there at third. She's made a couple of spectacular plays today and nearly hauled in another one. 0-2 the count. This is just the second plate appearance for Oxley. That tells you just how good Oak Glen with Kell and now McKay have been. They have given up just 2 base hits in this ball game. And a swing and a miss as Oxley goes down on strikes. That is strikeout number 4, by the way, for Maddie McKay in this game, adding to the 9 she had in the first game victory over Independence. And that is 3 straight going back to the last half inning. First pitch to Mead here. This one high into the night sky, deep in left field. And moving back is Michaela Zoller for out number 2. Mead was 1 for 2 with a triple, and the lone run scored back in inning number 1 before that swing. Tell you, this Oak Glen defense, they have been stingy all season. 13 shutouts, 6 one-run games and victories. They average giving up just 1.6. First pitch to Kaya Hampton. Hampton goes chasing. Reached on an error that scored the 1 run back in the first. Line drive on a deep shot on a great play by Zoller out in left field. This one sent high again to the night sky. Back behind second base. And moving over is Sydney Brown for out number 3. The Golden Bears are moving along. A 1-2-3 defensive half of the 6th. And we move to the final inning Oak Glen and Sissonville in the battle. You're watching the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
CBS Equipment has over 30 years' experience in the mining industry and is committed to supplying mining companies with reliable, inventive, quality equipment as well as top-notch customer service. CBS Equipment is proud to support the Independence Lady Patriots as well as all 2021 softball state tournament participants. All three classes in action here at Little Creek Park in South Charleston, West Virginia. We are in Class AA in the championship bracket. The winner of this one advancing to the championship series tomorrow. And we have had a dandy throughout this ballgame. Sissonville led 1-0 after one, tied by Oak Glen in the third. Golden Bears took the lead in the fifth. A 1-2-3 inning for Maddie McKay in the defense. To the top of the seventh we go. Oak Glen looking for some insurance runs here. And Emma Renfro leading it off as now Madison Legg, who has worked now into her 14th inning. She worked the full 7 against Herbert Hoover in the victory. A great victory. And she is now into the 7th, and she has gone over 100 pitches in her second straight game, over 200 a couple of innings ago. And she just continues to grind for this Sissonville team. 2-1 the count. 9-1-2 coming to the plate here in the top of the 7th for the Golden Bears. Renfro 0 for 2 today. Sacrifice bunt back in the second. And a strikeout in the fourth. Now 2-2 the count. Sissonville looking to get out of the top of this inning with no damage done. If they can, they will have the heart of the order coming to the plate in the bottom of the inning. 3, 4, and 5. Massive production for the Indians. Renfro sends one high into the sky, very shallow, and miscommunication or lack thereof by the Sissonville defense, and that one will drop in to the Bermuda Triangle. That was between left field, center field, and shortstop. No one called for it, and all three of them were around it, and it will be a bloop single for Renfro. Golden Bears trying to get insurance runs. That is a good start to the inning. Top of the order now for Oak Glen, Sydney Brown. She is 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. Sends one out of play. Brown back in game number 1, 1 for 1 with a triple, 3 runs scored. 0-1 the count. The next offering from Legg, missing away, 1-1. Regardless of the outcome of this one, both teams will be in action tomorrow. Winner of this advancing to the championship series to play for the state championship. The loser will have to defeat Herbert Hoover tomorrow morning, and then they'll have to defeat the winner of this one twice in order to secure a state championship. 1-2 the count now to Brown. On deck is Kell, and she has been tremendous at the plate. 3 for 3 with 2 triples, an RBI, and a run scored. You know that Madison Legg is seeing that in the on-deck circle. 1-2 pitch, missing away. And once again, incoming over from the third field here. Field B up at the Rock, Class AAA. They just keep fouling it off over here. We have not done that. And here comes another one. Most of these have come into the infield near the pitcher circle, but 2 straight foul balls into the outfield. In Class AA, in 4 games, I don't think we've responded on field A. I don't think we've put one over into their field. Should just keep the softballs in their field. 2-2. The pitch to Brown, fights off a nasty one on the inside corner. Good piece of hitting. And Brown will stay alive. It's been a beautiful day here at the Little Creek Park in South Charleston. Sunshine all day long. Here's the pitch, popped up right side. And that one moves out of play. Back-to-back foul balls for Brown. Coming up will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat. Madison Legg, second team All-State selection as a freshman 2 years ago. Got win number 20 of the season over the Huskies. That 7-3 victory, trying to help her team come back here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They've got to get out of the top of the 7th first. Glen with the runner on first in Renfro with the dying Quail in between left center and shortstop. 3-2 the count now to Brown. Here comes the payoff pitch, and this one fouled off the leg of Brown, but she continues to battle. She has fouled off 3 of the last 4 pitches with 2 strikes. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up here for Madison Legg. Another payoff pitch, and Legg wins the battle with strikeout number 9 of the game. Very impressed with the mental toughness of this junior pitcher. She has worked a long day. Lizzie Kell. This is one that Legg would like to get. Kell has been dominant at the plate. Singled in the first, tripled and scored in the third, an RBI triple in the 5th. 3 for 3 for the starting pitcher for Oak Glen, who is now back out in center field. Kell catches a piece of that one and quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Once again, Sissonville in the bottom of the inning will have hitters 3, 4, and 5 coming to the plate, Soblet, Legg, and Hill. Between those 3, 66 RBIs on the season. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and this one is ripped into left field. The Indians have learned their lesson finally as they sent Kenzie Raines, the left fielder, all the way to the warning track. She was playing about halfway in the first 2 triples for Kell. So Kell is retired for the first time in the game, and that's a big second out for the Indians. They'll have to do it again, though, with Maddie McKay. She's got an RBI double in this one. First pitch for Legg, a confident strike right down Main Street. McKay in the first game, 1 for 2, an RBI double. She's 1 for 3 with an RBI double in this contest. Oh, 1 pitch, and Legg. Boy, she's got a second wind here in the top of the 7th, looking very strong. 0-2 to McKay. Oak Glen desperately wanting insurance. Sissonville desperately wanting to only trail by 1, moving into the bottom of the 7th. The 0-2 pitch. looking for that outside corner again. And Legg just missing on the edge, 1 and 2. Cleanup hitter Sarah Brown is on deck. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and McKay smacks it out of play. And that's one thing that the Oak Glen batters have done. They have worked deep in counts, and they have forced the hand of Legg to throw a lot of pitches with a lot of 2-strike foul balls. But Legg, again, just continues to battle. She's pitched a ton of innings this year. She seems to be unfazed by the deep innings here. Once again, a 1-2 pitch coming to McKay. This one rides high and tight. And the count now 2-2. Late into the night we go, past the 9 o'clock hour. A trip to the championship series is on the line here. And the 2-2 pitch. Once again, Legg working the outside and missing. And for the 5th time here today in this ball game, a full count to an Oak Glen batter. Legg taking a look at the wristband. Here comes the payoff pitch. And once again, McKay will send one out of play. And Legg will have to throw another offering. Brown waiting patiently on deck. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming. Renfro led off with the bloop single into shallow left center field. Sydney Brown struck out on a full count. Kell, a deep shot to left field for the out. That's where we stand. The 3-2 pitch off speed. This one golfed down the line in left field and not able to get there in time is Raines. Again, Raines has moved back to the warning track on the last 2 batters, so she had a lot of turf to cover. Almost made it to that one. Another foul ball, though, on a full count for McKay. Here comes another payoff pitch, and that is called strike 3 as Madison Legg grinding through 7 full innings for the 2nd straight game, and she will keep the Indians close. The Indians trail 2-1 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. You're watching the 2021 Class AA State Softball Tournament on the NFHS Network. We are into the bottom of the 7th inning here in the championship bracket of Class AA. The 2021 State Softball Tournament, Oak Glen leading Sissonville 2-1. The Indians with 3, 4, and 5 coming to the plates. And Maddie McKay, who went the distance, got the 1-hit shutout to get Oak Glen to this game. Came in relief in the 4th inning for Kell, and she has pitched brilliantly. 0-1 to Soblet, the senior shortstop. Next pitch popped back out of play, 0-2 quickly. Soblet grounded out to the shortstop, which was McKay in the 1st. And then McKay came into the 4th, and the first batter she saw was Soblet, who popped out to the first baseman, Holden. The 0-2 pitch, and this one ripped up the middle. And that one had some juice on it off the bat of Soblet. Just the third hit of the ball game, and the tying run immediately is on board for the Indians. Just the third base hit for Sissonville in the game, and this one came off the bat faster than it came in off of the hand of McKay. And now the pitcher, Madison Legg. Off speed from McKay to begin this at bat. Legg popped up to shortstop in the first inning. Again, that was McKay, and then singled, but was forced out in the fourth. She had a home run in the first game victory over the Huskies. And she'll swing heavy at that one, trying to end it with a walk-off home run with that swing. 1-1 the count now to the junior pitcher, Madison Legg. 418 hitter, 19 RBIs, 5 home runs, including the one in game one. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. The pitch called, strike on the inside, or outside corner, sorry. My inside, outside correct at some point. 4 games in if I haven't done it now. 1-2 the count. Tension here at field A. McKay rocks and fires. This one's poked opposite field. That's going to drop in. The ball coming in very quickly from the right fielder, Grace Smith. And the winning run now is on the base paths with no one out in the bottom of the 7th inning as Legg has answered the call. She did it defensively in the top half of the inning. And she just threw the bat out at that off-speed pitch on the outside corner. The tying run is out at second in scoring position. The winning run in a walk-off opportunity for Sissonville is represented now by number 34 over there at first. Gracelyn Hill, 376 hitter on the season. Boy, she swung out of her boots on that first pitch. Line drive to the first baseman in the first inning, struck out in the fourth. Care of McKay. Back-to-back base hits to begin the bottom of the 7th inning. Sissonville had just 2 hits coming into this inning. They've already matched that with 2. Back-to-back by Soblet and Legg. 1-1 the count. Next pitch, this one got away from McKay. 2-1 the count. We had the suspicion that this game was going to be a battle and close, and it is just that. Can Oak Glen keep Sissonville off the board, or will the Indians walk it off in the bottom of the 7th, or will they tie it at least? And could we go into extras? 3-1 the count now to Hill. McKay's going to have to grind. 3-1 pitch, and that is exactly what McKay did. As the junior fires one over the middle, it's a full count situation. Nobody out. Tying run at second, the winning run at first. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ripped into the gap. That is going to get through. And here comes the tying run. And we are not finished yet. Gracelyn Hill with a full count pitch. Didn't catch all of it, but put it into the right area as it just squirts through the first and second base area. 3 straight base hits now to begin the bottom of the 7th. And Sissonville has a runner at second base that represents the potential winning run. And that will draw a meeting at the pitcher's circle for head coach Sherry Garner. We knew this game had the potential to be great, and it has been just that. That is the first base hit with runners in scoring position for the Indians today. Again, they had only 2 base hits previous to this inning. They now have 5, including the RBI by Hill to tie it. Autumn Bailey The big 2-run home run in the Herbert Hoover victory. She has a chance to win it with a runner in scoring position out at second. First pitch in there for strike one. No outs still in the bottom of the seventh, so Oak Glen has got a lot of work to do here. Here is a bunt attempt, first base side. McKay will just take the out as Autumn Bailey with a tremendous sacrifice bunt. Just one out now, and the winning run is at third. Represented by Legs, pinch runner. Kinsey Raines 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. 10 RBIs on the season. Will it be number 11 and a walk-off winner? McKay says, I got something to say about that. Fires the fastball for strike one. Oak Glen again, the infield playing in, the outfield also playing in. You cannot allow the run from third to score. 0-2 pitch. That one ripped foul, third base side. If McKay was somehow able to get Raines by way of strikeout, that would really change the complexion here. It would be very, very close down to the wire. It's still 2-2. So no matter what, we have an opportunity for extras and a called strike on the inside corner. I didn't see it at first, and that was a 3-pitch strikeout. And you always see the infield with a collective sigh of relief backing up as you see that third pitch from McKay, a beautiful inside corner fastball. 2 outs, runners at second and third, the winning run at third. Abigail Bailey. First pitch missing upstairs. Bailey 0 for 2. Pop fly out and a strikeout. 13 RBIs on the season. 1-0 pitch. That one upstairs again. Good stab behind the plate by Sarah Brown. 2-0 the counts. Now first base is available if Oak Glen wants to play a little bit of strategy, get a force out at any base, with the number 9 hitter in Oxley coming up next. A 2-0 fastball down the middle. 2-1 the count. Abigail Bailey, the sophomore. Winning run at third. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Woo. I felt the breeze off of that swing. 2-2. Can McKay and the Golden Bears battle out of this jam and move it to extra innings? Or will it be a walk-off winner for Bailey? Here comes the 2-2. Upstairs, full count. If it does go to extras, it will be Sarah Brown, Olivia Munoz, Michaela Zoller. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the top of the 8th. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one nubbed down the first base side, foul. And the count remains full at 3-2. You could cut the tension with a knife. McKay. Here comes another 3-2 pitch. Popped up again. In foul territory. Championship bracket. The winner advances to the championship series. Will automatically be guaranteed to play for a state title. Here comes the payoff pitch. A called strike 3. And Maddie McKay, after giving up the first 2 base hits of the inning, somehow manages to keep the extra run and the winning run off the board. 7 is not enough. We move to extras. Into the top of the 8th we go. 2-2, Oak Glen and Sissonville.
1 run, 3 hits, 2 left on base.
Biscuit World, we use the freshest ingredients in our made-from-scratch biscuits. The Biscuit and Gravy Platter. Hot and fresh biscuits, made from scratch gravy. Now that's a meal, served all day long, and only available at Tudor's Biscuit World.
Geno's introduces the Big Cheese, our supersized pizza piled high with extra cheese for only $9.99. A blend of 3 different cheeses, mozzarella, parmesan, and provolone. Try Geno's Big Cheese Pizza for only $9.99.
Did you know that up to 50% of the air you breathe in your home is the air that comes through your basement? A wet, damp basement can be a real problem that can worsen asthma and allergies, affect your indoor air quality, and damage your valuables. Alford Home Solutions will transform your basement into a dry, usable space and improve the air quality in your entire home. Protect your family today. Visit alfordhomesolutions.com for a free estimate.
We welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia. Little Creek Park in the 2021 Class AA Softball Championship bracket, and 7 wasn't enough. We moved to extra innings as the Indians of Sissonville plated 1 run to tie it on 3 base hits in the bottom of the 7th inning. So we are into extras for Oak Glen here in the top of the 8th. It will be 4, 5, and 6 coming to the plate. Sarah Brown, Olivia Munoz, and Michaela Zoller. And the night is finished at the moment for Madison Lake. She has been tremendous in 2 games. She has pitched a ton of innings. She's thrown a ton of pitches. She'll give way to the lone senior in the starting lineup. The shortstop, Allie Soblet, moves in to the pitcher's circle. She will just flip-flop with leg. Okay, so that is not leg. Looks very familiar, but it will be Emma Mead moving over in the middle infield from second to shortstop. Raines comes into second from left field. Leg is over in right field. I imagine, does that mean Abigail Bailey is over in left field now? So we'll see Allie Soblet for the first time in the pitcher's circle, and she will see 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Oak Glen. Top of the 8th we go. Sarah Brown to the plate first. She is 1 for 3. First pitch missing outside of the zone. Oak Glen going to try to work over the new pitcher, Soblet. She'll fight back with a strike on the outside corner to even it at 1 apiece. Again, regardless of the outcome, both of these teams will be playing tomorrow. The question is who will be automatically guaranteed a spot in the championship series and who will have to beat Herbert Hoover tomorrow morning to advance. 1-1 pitch, foul tip. And the count now 1-2 to Brown. This has been a battle. We saw it shaping up in the early parts of the game, the early few innings. And this game has not disappointed throughout. 1-2 pitch. Soblet loses this one low. Count even at 2-2. They're nearing the 10 o'clock hour. And nobody going home for this one. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped up out of play. That's something the Golden Bear offense has done throughout this ball game. They have been fouling off pitches with 2 strikes. Soblet will pause for a second to retie her shoe. Gives us a chance to take a breather, take just a big breath here. This one has been tense from start to finish, and we are in the top of the 8th. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one sails upstairs as well. And a full count now to leadoff batter, Sarah Brown. On deck, the third baseman, Munoz. The payoff pitch, a swing and a miss, and Soblet showing her moxie. against the first batter. She will retire the cleanup hitter, the catcher Brown, for the first out. Olivia Munoz, 1 for 2 with a single back in inning number 1. And the first time she'll see Soblet. First pitch upstairs. Again, the Huskies of Herbert Hoover, the 3-time state champs. Back-to-back-to-back, 17, 18, 19. Await the loser of this game tomorrow morning. The winner of that one will face the winner in the championship series and have to defeat them twice. Soblet missing again on the outside corner this time. Very big game over in Class AAA in the championship bracket, 2-1. St. Albans leading Cabell Midland in the 7th. So that one very similar to what we have right here. 3-0 the count. Now to Munoz. And if you get Munoz on, she's got some speed. Soblet going to try to battle back. She'll do it on the first opportunity, 3-1. On deck is Michaela Zoller, the left fielder. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And we are full again, back-to-back. Full count opportunities for the new pitcher, Allie Zoblet. The 3-2 pitch popped up down the line, right field area. That one will sail foul. And the count remains 3-2. From start to finish, this one has been a grind and a battle. Neither team wanting to give an inch here. Both of them wanting to be a guaranteed spot in the championship series. Another payoff pitch. This one ripped up the middle, almost taking the shin of Soblet off. And Munoz represents the go-ahead run here in the top of the 8th. Her second single of the afternoon. At this point, it's of the night. Michaela Zoller, 0 for 3 in this game after going 2 for 3 in the victory over Independence early this morning. That seems so long ago. A 1-out base runner aboard here in the top of the 8th inning. And the new pitcher, Allie Soblet, the senior, trying to work through this top of the 8th and give her Indians a chance to win it in the bottom of the 8th. Called strike on the outside corner. Indians had a chance to win it in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 7th. Had runners at second and third, the winning run at third. But a pair of big plays, including a strikeout by McKay, ending the threat. Here's a ground ball, double play opportunity. They'll take the lead runner, and the throw gets away. That's going to send Munoz over to third. Raines, who's been out in left field the entire day, has come into second. She turned her body and just tried to throw a dart over to the shortstop, Meade, and that one goes to the left side of Meade. Everyone safe. The go-ahead run now in the top of the 8th inning with just 1 out is at third.
Now batting for the Golden Bears, number 62, Amber Moore.
Amber Moore to the batter's box, 0 for 2. She did walk in the second inning. And Moore, you saw the show of the bunt. And a quick snap throw down to third as Munoz, camping out about halfway off the bag there, had to run back quickly. 1-0 the count to Moore. You see the MO. Moore is going to try to force a decision here by the Indians. She'll square to bunt, drops one in fair territory. They'll take the out at first. Here comes Munoz, and she will slide head first safely. As Soblet gave the look, tried to get Munoz to move back towards third. She did not. And you got to make a quick decision, as Soblet did. She'll take the out. 2 outs now here in the top of the 8th, and Oak Glen once again ahead by 1 run. Zoller moved out to second on the sacrifice.
Now batting for the Golden Bears, number 18, Grace Smith.
Hitter number 8 in the order for the Golden Bears, Grace Smith. She is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch missed low. The second one also out of the strike zone. For the Indians, hitters 9, 1, and 2 coming to the plate in the bottom of the 8th. Once again, will they be trailing by just 1 run, or will it be more? Out in front of that off-speed pitch is Smith. 2-1 the count. Renfro is in the on-deck circle. Two and 1 the count. Soblet rocks and fires in the dirt. That gets away. That's going to send Zoller over to third. And a 3-1 count now to Smith. If you are Sissonville, you do not want to see the top of the order again. Specifically 2-3 in the order in Kell and McKay. 3-1 to Smith. 3-1 pitch, a late swing. And for the third time this inning, Soblet has worked a count full. She got Brown on a strikeout and lost Munoz to a single. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one is nubbed over at first base, fielded cleanly by the first baseman, who is now Madison Lake. She'll step on the bag for out number 3. Oak Glen, though, back in front by 1. They're going to try to end it, or Sissonville will try to extend it or walk it off. We'll see what will happen in the bottom of the 8th after this.
For Oak Glen in the 8th inning.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Just as we did in the bottom of the 7th inning, we enter the bottom of the 8th with Sissonville trailing Oak Glen by 1 run. And we will see hitters 9, 1, and 2 due up for the Indians. They were able to manage 3 base hits and the 1 tying run in the 7th. Will they do it again? Will they walk it off, or will Oak Glen advance to the championship series? 1-1, it goes to Taylor Oxley. Oxley 0 for 2 previously, a ground out in the 3rd to the shortstop, and then a strikeout in the 6th inning. McKay came in relief of Kell back in the 4th. She has continued to be very, very good in her 2nd appearance today. 1-1 the count. Here's a square to bunt. That one laid right back at the pitcher's circle. McKay easily off of the rubber, and she will make the play for out number 1. And now back to the top of the order we go. Emma Mead, Kaya Hampton, hitters 1 and 2. Mead 1 for 3. She had the big triple, and the run scored back in inning number 1. First pitch from McKay, popped back out of play. 0-1 the count. Herbert Hoover awaits the loser of this one tomorrow morning at 9:45. The winner advancing to the championship series, guaranteed a spot and a chance to play for the state championship in Class AA. 1-1 the count to the leadoff hitter, Mead, a .420 hitter with 17 RBIs. 5 doubles. Mead now the shortstop. Next pitch fouled back against the cage. From start to finish, this has been one of the better games of the state tournament. In the bottom of the 8th, Oak Glen trying to finish it off. They could not do it in the bottom of the 7th. Sissonville trying to extend or win in the bottom of the 8th inning. Timeout called by the pitcher, McKay. You could see her trying to wipe off that softball. Whatever was on the softball, she couldn't get it off, so she will call for a new one to come into play. And now McKay throwing it around a little bit here, Dan. Just taking whatever time she can to play catch. Calm down the nerves. 1-2 to Meade. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. And the pitch popped up into the night sky. Moving in very, very quickly is Kell. Well, she was jogging in originally. She thought one of the infielders might take that. The ball continued to sail, and Kell, well, we saw the speed she had on the base paths with 2 triples, and she had to put on the afterburners to get into that one. Oak Glen now 1 out away from playing for a state championship tomorrow. Kaya Hampton, she is 0 for 3. 384 on the season, though. First pitch rides inside. 1-0 the count. It was McKay going the distance in game 1. The one-hit shutout to get to this game. She's trying to finish it off for Kell. 1-0 pitch high into the night sky. Could this be it? Backing up into the outfield is Brown for out number 3, and Oak Glen, for just the second time in school history, will have a shot at a state championship. The Golden Bears finish it off in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1, 2, 3 for the Oak Glen defense. What a battle this was. Oak Glen heading to the state championship series in Class AA. Sissonville will drop into the consolation bracket, and they will have a rematch with Herbert Hoover tomorrow morning at 9:45. We'll talk about all that, and we'll give you the stats and talk about this game, wrapping things up here from South Charleston on the NFHS Network.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
We welcome you back to South Charleston, West Virginia, in the Class AA bracket of the championship brackets. What a ball game we just witnessed here this evening. Oak Glen in 8 innings over Sissonville, 3-2. You can see it right there on the screen. This thing had the makings of a classic from the get-go, and it did not disappoint from start to finish. Sissonville got things going in the bottom of the first inning with a base hit by the leadoff hitter, Emma Mead, the triple. She ended up scoring on an error in the first inning. That gave Sissonville the early lead in this one. It took to the top of the third inning before Oak Glen was able to strike back. It was Lizzie Kell who was the starting pitcher, a leadoff triple of her own, followed by an RBI double for Maddie McKay. And at that point, it was tied 1-1 as we moved into the bottom of the third inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Lizzie Kell, what ended up being her final inning in the pitcher's circle for Oak Glen. We moved to the fourth inning, a 1-2-3 top of the fourth for Madison Legg, who pitched 2 games today, gets the no decision here in this second one. Legg was able to strike out the side in the fourth inning, and that was just a prequel of what was to come in the bottom of the fourth inning. With the game tied at 1 apiece, it was McKay coming in relief for Kell, and McKay offered up just 1 base hit in that inning, and she ended up pitching the rest of the game, 5 innings of work for her. In the top of the fifth inning, it was back-to-back base hits for the top 2 in the order for the Golden Bears. Sydney Brown, a single, followed by the big RBI triple from Lizzie Kell. 2 triples for her today in this one. At that point, Oak Glen held the lead 2-1. All the way into the bottom of the 7th inning we went, and only 2 base hits to that point for Sissonville. They hit the first 3 opportunities. They had Soblet, Legg, and Hill back-to-back-to-back singles. The third one of those, Hill, scoring the RBI, the tying run with Soblet. There were runners on second and third with nobody out at that point, and somehow, some way, McKay and the defense of Oak Glen able to get the out on the sacrifice, keeping the run from scoring, and then back-to-back strikeouts looking by Raines and Bailey for McKay. So we move to the top of the 8th inning, and in that top of the 8th inning, it was Olivia Munoz with the single. She moved all the way over to third on an error and a sac bunt by Amber Moore, and she ended up coming in to score on that sacrifice RBI by Moore. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning and a 1-2-3 finish. All 3 had to be plays made by Oak Glen defenders. A ground out on a bunt attempt by Oxley right back to the pitcher's mound, followed by a pop fly to center field by Meade, and then Kaya Hampton sent one high into the night sky at shortstop, gobbled up there by, it was Sydney Brown for out number 3. And all that leads to Oak Glen 3-2 in the 8-inning victory. The Golden Bears are guaranteed a spot in the championship series tomorrow, as Sissonville will have to work out of the consolation bracket. Again, they will see Herbert Hoover for the second time in this series. Kell went 3 innings of work today, pitched very, very well, gave up just 1 hit, 1 earned run. She did strike out a batter and did not walk a batter. Coming in relief, Maddie McKay goes 4 innings of work, gave up 4 hits and 1 run, just 1 earned run, struck out 6 batters and did not walk anybody in this one. Madison Legg went a full 7 innings for the second straight game today for the Indians. Gave up 8 hits, just 2 earned runs on the night, struck out 10 batters and only walked 2. Coming in relief in the 8th was Allie Soblet. Pitched the 1 inning, gave up the 1 hit, the 1 run, no earned runs though. It came on an error. Struck out 1 and did not walk a batter. And again, the big bat today for Oak Glen was Lizzie Kell. She went 3 for 4 with a pair of triples, an RBI, and a run scored. Munoz chipped in a pair of base hits as well. Amber Moore gets the other RBI, other than McKay, who had the double. She was 1 for 4. The big bats, and really there wasn't a lot, but it was Madison Legg, 2 for 3 today. Pair of RBIs for both Kaya Hampton and Hill to finish it off. It all adds up to a victory, 3-2 in 8 innings for the Oak Glen Golden Bears. So again, we have the table set. Tomorrow's Class AA consolation bracket game at 9:45 a.m., a rematch between Herbert Hoover and Sissonville. The winner will see Oak Glen in the championship series beginning at 2:15 p.m. So glad you could join us here on Video Productions live coverage of this Class AA state tournament broadcast here today. Today's game has been produced in conjunction by the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission and Video Productions. Bernie Dolan is the Executive Director of the WVSSAC. Assistant Executive Directors are Greg Reed, Wayne Ryan, and Cindy Daniel. Heather Enoch serves as the Events and Media Coordinator for the SSAC. Butch Mounts is the Executive Producer of Video Productions. That'll do it for us here from South Charleston, West Virginia, where Oak Glen defeats Sissonville 3-2 in this championship bracket game. More coverage still to come tomorrow morning of this Class AA 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament. All games of the tournament are streaming live and archived on the NFHS Network. Today's game was presented by your local Little General Stores. For our entire crew, this is Andrew Miller saying so long from the Little Creek Park in South Charleston, West Virginia. You've been watching live streaming coverage of the 2021 West Virginia High School State Softball Tournament here on the NFHS Network.